Hi guys, so I wanted to make a video talking about dealing with failure like as a pre-med and as a med student. So for us, a lot of times failure means not doing well in an exam, actually failing an exam, or not doing well in a class, or getting a C in a class. And there's like so much pressure that we put on ourselves, especially I remember as a pre-med, like if I didn't do well on an exam, like I was distraught. And the same thing actually happens in med school, not as much anymore, but definitely in the first 2 years I would really be upset if something didn't go right with an exam. But I just want to encourage you guys to like see your failures. And I say failures because for everybody there's a different definition of that, as ways to learn and to grow and to do better. For example, I vividly remember this was my sophomore year of undergrad in Orgo 2. I got a 42 on an exam, and I remember like it was a stressful time because I was interviewing for a bunch of internships like the week leading up to the exam, and I had like a strict deadline, so I couldn't push like the interviews basically. So my studying was trash. Like I wasn't studying. I remember I was just like preparing for these interviews because it was paid internships I was, up for, and there was a lot of pressure. I was putting a lot of pressure on myself for that. And I didn't study as well as I should have or could have. And I remember taking the exam and being like, bruh, what in the world? Like, what in the world? Like, this is not, first of all, it wasn't me because I was used to doing really well in organic chemistry. Like, I was one of those few people that loved organic chemistry because I had a great professor. Shout out to Professor Larry if you're watching this. And I learned well in that class because of her, but that's like another story. Anyway, so I took the exam. I knew it was bad. I didn't think it was a 42 bad, but it was pretty bad. So this was one of the classes where it was a really small class, but she would write the like highest grade and the average. And I don't remember if she wrote like the lowest grade. I just remember like the average was low, and I was like, dang, I know I didn't get the 90, but I know I probably did maybe halfway decent. I got the exam back, and when I saw the 42, I was like, a tear just came like right here. I was like, she even wrote on the exam what happened, because she knew that I was usually like up there, like my grades were usually like so much higher. And like luckily I went to a school with like an open door policy, like you could always go talk to the professors. I literally went to her office, and I burst into tears. And I told her like what happened, and she knew that it wasn't me. So basically, I took that after bawling my eyes out in my professor's office. I went home and I was like, the next exam, I'm going to kill this exam. And I ended up doing really, really well in the next exam because I was like, I was in a position where I had outside circumstances affecting like how I was studying, how I could approach studying for the exam. And I was like, you know what? That was one exam. It's not the end of the world, and I can do better on the next one. And I would encourage you guys to do the same. If something doesn't go well on an exam, figure out what happened. Like, was it outside circumstances? Were you dealing with a family issue? Were you sick? Another example was, when did we take cardio? I think that was like first year, towards the end of first year. First of all, cardio was not it for me. It just was not it. Like I knew I wasn't gonna be a cardiologist just from that class. And I wasn't doing, I think I did well in like one exam and then another exam like just barely passed. And then it came time for the shelf exam. So the shelf exam is like the final. And I was so sick. I was sick. Like probably the worst illness I'd had like during that year. Like of course it's like I got sick the week of the shelf exam. I was like in bed. I was like, I couldn't even move. It was really, really bad. And I was really nervous because I'm like, I don't really know where I stand in this class because I did okay on one and I just barely made on the other. I wasn't really grasping the concepts. And I took the exam and I know I had a fever. Like I was really, really sick. I was like coughing during the exam. And like for us, you don't find out your score on the exam until like if you take on a Friday, you find out like on a Monday or Tuesday. And I was just like, I don't know, I don't feel good about this one particularly. I did not feel good about. And I saw my score on the Monday and I failed. I failed the cardio shelf exam. It was, and I think I saw the score like, because I was like obsessively checking. I saw like a weird time where I was like up, and I like shed a tear. I was like, and it's like I know I felt because I was sick, and I probably should have reached out to someone and told them I'm really sick. I don't know if I can take this exam under how I'm feeling it, and I probably would have did okay if I probably would have got extra time. So that's another lesson to like, if you're sick or something is happening, tell someone and they may be able to accommodate you. Typically our school is pretty good, like in medical school, they're pretty good about that. If you're really, really sick and you go to like the student health center and they see you have a fever, like they're not gonna make you take an exam. Like, no. So yeah, definitely learn how to reach out for help. And then take that and see like what you can do differently. I remember when it was time to study for step 1, I had to start with cardio because that was like one of my worst organ system blocks. So I knew I had to put in some time into studying that the right way and trying to learn it the right way. So coming to a conclusion here, like failures are only just small missteps, and I don't even know if you should call them missteps because they're all part of your journey to becoming a physician. Like the fact that I can sit here now and tell you that I got a 42 on an exam in organic chemistry shows that it's okay, and I still made it to where I want to be, and I'm still going and striving, and I might fail who knows, I might fail another exam, who knows. I mean, knock on wood, that I don't, feel like a major one, but like, even if I do, it'll be okay. You can retake an exam and you can explain yourself. But yeah, I hope that if you're studying for something right now, or if you're just in your pre-med classes or first or second year of medical school, that you keep pushing and nothing should stop you from achieving your dreams. You can fail an exam or fail a class or get a C, and it's not the end of the world. Maybe someone will ask you about it, and probably they won't ask you about it. I doubt that when I go for a residency interview, they're going to ask me about how I failed the cardio shelf. And maybe they will, because maybe they'll see this video. But I doubt it's not important in the grand scheme. And I came back from it and I learned from it. So I hope that you guys will do the same. And that's it for this video. Just a quick word of encouragement for you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.